Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1119 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is consider who you are being when you make things bigger than they are. Ugh. Consider who you are being when you are making things bigger than they are. Yeah, we do tend to do that, right? We tend to tell how difficult a situation was. We tend to say how it was hard to reach somewhere, or we tend to say how expensive something was. Hi, Cindy. So we tend to make things bigger than they are, and I wonder who you are being when you're doing that. More on that on the other side of the show reel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message today. And without further ado, the show reel. Welcome back to the conversation. My quote for today is super, super close to my heart because I find it very intriguing when people make things bigger than they are. So consider who you are being when you make things bigger than they are. Okay, we have a comment. Hey, Gopalan, hello, hello. Thank you for joining in on the new time. So, when you are making things bigger than they are, when you are like looking at a situation, looking at the next step forward with eyes that are super small, or when you are making yourself small because you feel the next step forward is so big, I wonder who you are being, right? Because in every given situation, you are being someone. You are either being somebody who is strong, powerful, and capable of taking that next step, or you are putting yourself down, you are making yourself super small, and you are making yourself incompetent to move forward. In either case, what are you doing to yourself? What are you doing to the conversation in your mind? How are you enforcing what you can be or cannot be, for that matter? Then you become smaller than you are. Absolutely, you are becoming smaller than you are. If you look at your to-do list and you say, oh my God, this is so difficult, that means you are saying to yourself, the underlying message you're giving yourself is, this is so difficult that I can't handle it. I am not capable of handling this to-do list, which is so much to do. We go around, we tend to meet people who say they are so busy. Oh God, that's the buzzword, isn't it? I am so stressed. I am so busy. Life is so tough. Things are so difficult. We hear this all the time. And yes, I do agree, things are a little different from how they used to be. However, what if you could say things differently? What if you could present it in a more acceptable way? What if you could make it a little more appealing to yourself and to your subconscious, where you feel like, yes, things are a little different. However, I got this. However, I can do this. Stop making things bigger than they are, because when you make them bigger than they are, then you make yourself feel smaller and incompetent. That makes it even more, it's kind of like it amplifies it furthermore when you make yourself smaller, right? Cindy says, when I make things bigger, my ego is in the way. I make myself so important. Yes, thank you for addressing the elephant in the room. We always bring the ego. The ego comes in the way, and you make yourself feel so important, right? Because if you're in that place that things are difficult, yet I've got this, then what's the big deal about it, right? If it's difficult and then you've got yourself in the situation to manage the situation, then it feels like you've done something that was challenging. You feel that sense of self-reward and you move forward. However, what if somebody else was watching you as you had that conversation? What if somebody was looking at you and saying, I want to be like that person. However, I can't do it because I'm not capable like they are. Or I would love to be like that person. However, they've had such a lot of challenges and they could do it because they were capable of it, but I'm not capable enough. You just by how you're presenting yourself, sometimes you put people off. People who might otherwise kind of want to follow you, follow your tracks, take you up as a role model. Sometimes you put off those people just by presenting things bigger than they are. So think about it. Think about it. Have a reality check. Is it really so important, or is it really as big and difficult as you're presenting it to be? Because as you're presenting it, as you're portraying it, as you are relaying it to the world, it's not just you who's listening, but also others. Others who might have otherwise followed you, others who might have otherwise taken you as an example. Sometimes by you speaking too loud or too big, you kind of make it difficult for the others to listen to the voice within them that says, I want to be like that. So, all the people that I admire are people who are right sized, as Cindy would say it, people who are right sized and people who are, who let go and let God, who, again, quoting Cindy there from how she says it. And it's so, so important. It's so, so important to, yeah, you push people away. Yes, you do. It's so important to stay right sized. It's so important to say things as they are, to bring in a ray of hope, bring in a ray of hope so that people can look forward to what you're doing next, so that people can be part of your conversations, so that people can come in and be part of your circle of genius and just enjoy the world as beautiful as it is, right sized and the right way, the right way. So, this is how I see it. Tag a friend who is probably struggling with a decision, who's probably, looking at things and wondering, this is so big, I can't do it. So just lift them up and say, yes, you can. Yes, you can, because you got this. It isn't as big as it looks, because if you, how do you eat an elephant? How do you finish an elephant? How do you finish a whole cake? One bite at a time, one slice at a time. You can't gobble up the whole cake yourself. You can't chunk it all down in one shot, unless, of course, you are a cartoon character. But you're not a cartoon character. You're a real person, and real people look at things in all reality. You have to finish off the cake one slice, one bite at a time. So take it one step at a time. Enjoy the process. Bring some enthusiasm and hope into the conversation, into that equation. And I am sure, I am super, super sure you can nail the biggest challenge ever possible. I wish you all the best. Tag in a friend who needs to receive this message today. And if this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am successful. I am successful. Yes, for those of you who know me well enough, I spelled it wrong, so I'm correcting it. I am successful in comments. If this has been of value to you, take life one step at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. Wish you all the best, and until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thanks.